What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to yet another game review. Today we're going to be looking at Defense Grid The Awakening by Hidden Path Entertainment. They were kind enough to send me a couple of copies to have a look over and give away. The game's about $9.99 on Steam, that's dollars, and all the links are in the description below, so feel free to check that out. I'll show you a bit about what the game's about. You start with two campaigns. One's fairly short, it's only about 4 levels, and the other one, the main one, is fairly long. It's about 20, I believe, 20 or so levels. Now, most of you would have played a TD at some point in your gaming career. We'll just start here. Just have a quick look at it. You would have played a TD at some point in your career. Enemies come at one end, and they get to your, they follow the path, get to your lives. Essentially, in this game, there are these cores. I love the narrator. He's interesting. Yeah, so they run along the path, pick up the cores, and interestingly enough, they run back in this one. It's not so much as guard the exit point where they get to the end and it cuts off your levels. How it works is they pick it up, walk all the way back, and if they get to the exit, then it takes off your life, takes down your life. So, however, if you do kill them on the way back, the cores will reset. They'll start slowly floating back towards the core center, and I'll just load this up to show you what the simple map's like. You'll notice that the camera actually follows the cursor. It doesn't. It's not free roam. What's interesting about this is it works just as well, if not better, for this type of game, and it works. It will work extremely well with controllers. However, I haven't tried it with controllers. I don't have one yet. Yeah, it's got the settings for controller as well. Here we are.
This is where you customize the controls.
See, so it should all work fairly well. Now I'll show you the level I'm currently on. And it's not just static like most tower defenses out there. It's it sort of changes as it goes along. Now I'm on oh dear, this level. Let's restart. I'm this level right now, and as you can see, it's not just a single part. It's mixing it up with sort of path building, and as far as I know, there's two types of tower defense. There's path building, where you have to build towers to block the path, and there's sort of build along the path style of game, where where you there's a build along the path style of game where basically give you path and you can only place towers on the side. However, in this game, as you can see, it's a mix of both, which is really nice. It sort of makes you think, as it's not static, and it won't get boring as easily as most tower defenses usually do. And they change, as you can see here. The exit and entry points are different this time around, and they vary things really well in this game, and I love the way they pace it. On the top you can see there's a bar, and it sort of shows the units that are arriving. Of course, like in any TD, you can build multiple types of towers with different ranges, attacks, and sort of abilities. Most of you would have played a TD, whether on a flash site or in some other game. Any strategy game with a map editor will more often than not end up building TDs, or the community would anyway. My first experience with the TD was in Warcraft, where I found one of the Warcraft 3, when I found one of the hidden levels, and it's just a proper tower defense. And after a while I went online and found hundreds upon hundreds of tower defense maps, from Green TD to Tropical Tower Defense and countless more. And they were fun to play. Tesla. I like the meteor towers. They're quite fun to play with. What's the problem with tower defense maps is, tower defense games, is that it takes time for stuff to happen. However, in this game you can fast forward, which is how I usually play the game now. Which the feature's there, and I like playing this board. However, some people may not. I can see why you wouldn't, but I enjoy it. I rather not wait for stuff to happen, because I know my tower. More often than not, I know when my towers can handle stuff, so I just like to send them through anyway.
Get our calls back. We need to eliminate that.
For an indie game, this is exceptionally well done. It's everything works. I haven't found a single bug or flaw or problem with it. Plays just like a TD should, but you know, varied, more professional, and it looks great, I have to say. You can see the cores are floating back. I'll slow it down for a sec so you can see what the actual game looks like. Of course, you can upgrade your towers. Costs quite a bit, and from what I've noticed in my experience with TDs is, apart from the two types of TDs where there's part building and the parts pre-made, it splits further into either spam or upgrades. So you get loads of low-level towers, or you get few but upgraded towers, and usually they prefer one or the other. For example, certain tower defenses will prefer you spamming low-level towers because of the number of units, and others will prefer you upgrading just 2 towers because of how strong they are and how they can wipe out units. However, in this one it seems to be hybrid. You want to get loads but upgrade a few, which is nice. They sort of found the perfect balance. I'm almost halfway through, I think, the main campaign, and it's been fun so far. Is it worth money? Yes, I'd say so. Regardless of the fact that you know, it is a tower defense at the end of the day, and you could probably go on any flash site and just have a whack at them there. This is, if you're looking for a professionally made tower defense, this is it. If you're looking for professional gameplay on this game, this is not it. Because yeah, it's my second time going through this map, and the first one was just to see how the pathing went. And it turns out you can't just block off one path, you got to block off an entire path. Speed it up again so we can just speed through it. Sell this. Yeah, I'm not doing very well here. I'm waiting for 1,000 to upgrade, so I can upgrade my meteor tower. There we are. Nope, I believe I've just lost. Each map seems to have its own play style. For example, in the last map, which I'll show you now since I've just lost, it seems to prefer spamming and upgrading meteor towers against any of the others because of the number of units. Yeah, I'll play this one. See, in this one they've already got the cores. There are no cores left, and you have to get them back before you can start doing anything. It's these little twists and slights by the developer that, not slights is the wrong word for it, touches by the developer that make it interesting. I'll speed it up again. It does take time for them to get to their entrance. I think the game's definitely worth it. There's 3 DLCs out at the moment. 2 of them are just map packs, and the rest are, well, the last one's portal based what's in the actual labs, which is interesting. I wouldn't mind trying it out. I think you get a demo of it in the game currently. Just 2 levels to play through. Yeah. And the problem with the cores floating back is if you have a spam of units rushing at you, you take out one, but the others will pick them up as they try to float back. They don't wait to they can pick them up on the ground as they're running by. They don't wait for it to get back to the core thing over there. It seems to me like they found the perfect balance of what TDs are all about.
There goes another core. Power is getting a bit low.
Positioning is important as always with tower defenses of any kind. You want to position them in a certain way so that they get maximal exposure to all of the units. You see, I'm taking them out, but the cores are just being picked up by the ones behind. And this is usually where I lose most of the cores. But after this point it should all be fine. Couple close calls, but nothing major. Oh, you know, I could just lose a couple more cores. And they slowly give you things throughout the campaign, like they won't start you off with everything so you're confused, and they sort of hand things to you at a slower pace.
We need to eliminate that.
Well, I'm just terrible at this game.
Watch out! There's another core gone. Not sure that is going to work.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this.
Something else.
I've only been playing for a while though, and it's a fun game, I have to say.
Well done.
I'd recommend it.
Ahead of them.
Very professionally done.
Oh, dear God, they've got here ahead of us.
Forward it again.
Well, they seem to have encountered some
Very, very
difficulties of
professionally
their
done.
own. It appears their
Looks
ship
fantastic,
has met an
works
untimely
great.
end.
And it's a tower defense, not much more to say really.
Cause. We have to reclaim it if
They really
still
capture the
another
essence of what
It's going
tower
to be
defense is
close
supposed to be.
Hurry, there's no time to waste. This place is being cleaned out.
And they vary it enough to keep it from getting stale.
Aim carefully and we'll get through this.
So yeah, I'll end the video after this because this is pretty much the game.
Of course, they're taking
And I think it's worth it, yeah, definitely. It's worth noting that there's no multiplayer of any sort, so
alien information to database.
that's something that may put a few people off.
A core has been returned.
There are air units as well. Remember in a couple of TDs everyone sort of hates the
Careful.
air units because you have to build special towers to take them down, or special upgrades or something. And no one no one likes them. They just skip past your defenses and just annoying in general.
Heads up. They've taken a core.
I'll try getting more meteor towers rather than upgrading them first. It seems to be working. I like that these bars for the core count instead of numbers. It works much better and it's aesthetically pleasing, so to speak. Yeah, more meteor tower seems to be working just fine. There is a tactical mode, so you can see all the ranges of your towers, and if there are any air, you can see the flight paths as well. You can select units to sort of get information about them, which check their health. I would like to know enemy health, like health bars or something, if you hover over them rather than having to click on them, click on each and every one to find out. It would make things easier,
Let's clean this place up.
or just be more helpful, I think.
Of course, they're taking the... To get our cause back, we need to
Almost.
eliminate
Upgrades
that.
cost a fair bit, and it's fair enough because as you can see, there's a massive boost in attack damage once I get to the 3rd level meteor
Get
tower.
dark in 5, 4... In what
Oh
story
well. Anyway,
Go.
yeah, that's here's the trial for the portal based. Anyway, yeah, that's this is what the game's about. There's not much more I can say except that I'm terrible at it. Yeah, you get a bunch of achievements, and yeah, that's about it. It's a tower defense, very well done, professional. It's sort of hybrid. It's not stale. And yeah, take a look at the links in the description below. Alright, see you guys next time.